This was a call with an IT manager, with a client of mine. We were talking about how to prepare for his next interview. So he is an IT manager. He has lots of experience managing developers and building software, but he is not usually applying for a job, so doesn't really know how to make a long-lasting impression. So that's why I was helping him as a career coach to get ready for this, and that's why I would like to share two key takeaways from this preparation, from this coaching call. So the first one is to think about your first 90 days at work. Because as soon as you have a plan in mind, you can just talk about the plan. You can talk about how can you be really helpful in your new company. And especially important because this was the very last interview. So we already passed the first step, the second step, the third step, technical assessment and whatnot. And this this call is going to be with like a group director, so a business person, a very senior person, and the last decision maker. Since this person was on the business side, so not a technical person anymore, but the business person, we were thinking about how can this IT manager help the business person thrive. So how can he adjust the product or fix whatever production issues? How can he help the business team to expand to new locations? So the takeaway is to think about your first 90 days, to prepare a plan before the interview, and then shift the interview to talk about the plan as much as you can. Because the worst that can happen is just to answer questions that the hiring manager has, right? Like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, super boring, right? Instead, you want to shift the discussion to talk about the plan. How can you be helpful? How can you help the business thrive? Okay, so don't forget to prepare or at least to think through your first 90 days and talk about this. And the second key takeaway was about salary negotiation. So it's not easy to talk about salary, but what helps is to practice, to train it a little, and this is what we were doing also just a while ago. And the key takeaway in this case is to shift from the traditional salary. I'm not saying it's not important. Of course, salary is important, but to shift the discussion toward quarterly bonuses. So we were thinking, like, how can his performance be tied to some company performance, and then eventually ask for a larger quarterly bonus. Okay, so this is what we were practicing. We were talking about this for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So first the plan, and second salary negotiation. And obviously we were brainstorming also some other questions that the business person can ask. And even we brainstorm questions that this candidate, the IT manager, can ask the business person. So how to be most helpful, what are the blockers, what budget will this person have, etc., etc. All right, so it's really important to prepare for an interview. If you would like me to help you with IT career, there are certainly a few options. So you can just go to MyCareerUpgrade.com. You would see this beautiful website with a few options. How could we help you? So maybe you are looking for some career change. Maybe you are looking for some fractional job opportunity. Maybe you are looking for an advisory board member's seat. So this is what I can certainly help you with. The way we do it is that we have some coaching calls. We produce content that helps position you as an expert in a particular field, in this case in IT, but still we choose some niche, and then we help you position as an expert. So eventually when we introduce you to some hiring managers, they say like, oh wow, we were looking for this person, for someone like this guy. And then you can just fast forward and negotiate the salary, hopefully. All right, so if you'd like me and my team to help you be seen as a credible, connected expert, you can just go to mycareerupgrade.com and see how can we help you? And then don't forget to click the yellow button on the bottom to schedule a call with me.